All right, everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to dive in.
Today, we're tackling something that's pretty fundamental to, well, just about everything we do online.
Yeah, it really is the foundation of our digital lives in so many ways.
We're talking about identity and access management, or IAM for short. Now, this might sound a bit technical at first.
It can be a bit of a mouthful.
It is. But trust me, it's something everyone should have on their radar these days.
Absolutely. Whether you're running a business, working from home, or just browsing the web, IAM is working behind the scenes to keep things secure and, well, functioning.
So let's break it down. What exactly is IAM?
In the simplest terms, IAM is all about making sure that the right people have the right access to the right digital resources at the right time.
Okay, so it's like a digital gatekeeper of sorts.
That's a great way to put it. It's about controlling who gets in, where they can go, and what they can do once they're there.
And why is this so important in today's world? I mean, we hear about data breaches and cyber attacks all the time. Is IAM the key to preventing those kinds of disasters?
It's definitely a crucial piece of the puzzle. Think about all the sensitive data that organizations and individuals are handling these days. Everything from financial records to medical information to, well, pretty much our entire online lives.
Kind of scary when you think about it.
It is, and that's where IAM comes in. It's about establishing trust in the digital world. It's about verifying identities and making sure that access is granted only to those who are authorized.
So it's not just about keeping the bad guys out. It's about ensuring that legitimate users can access what they need when they need it.
Exactly. And that's where things get really interesting. IAM is not just about security, it's also about efficiency and user experience.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Think about all the different online accounts we have these days. Email, social media, banking, shopping. The list goes on, and each one requires a different username and password.
Oh, don't even get me started on passwords. I have a whole notebook full of them.
I hear you. It's a nightmare. And that's where IAM can help. Technologies like single sign-on, or SSO, allow you to log in once and access multiple applications without having to remember a bunch of different credentials.
So it's like a master key to your digital life. That sounds way more convenient.
It is. And it's not just about convenience, it's also more secure, because with SSO, you're not constantly typing in your passwords, which reduces the risk of them being compromised.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So IAM is about security, efficiency, and convenience. But how does it actually work? What's going on behind the scenes?
Well, at its core, IAM has two main functions: identity management and access management.
Okay, let's break those down. What's identity management all about?
Identity management is all about verifying who someone is. It starts with creating and managing digital identities. This involves collecting information about users, such as their name, email address, and job title, and storing it securely in a database.
So it's like creating a digital profile for each user.
Exactly. And then when a user tries to access a system or application, their identity is verified against that database. This can be done through various methods, such as passwords, multi-factor authentication, or even biometrics like fingerprint scanning.
So it's all about confirming that you are who you say you are.
Yeah.
What about access management? How does that fit into the picture?
Once a user's identity has been verified, access management comes into play. This is about determining what resources and actions that user is allowed to access.
Okay, so this is where we start setting boundaries and permissions.
Right. A common approach is role-based access control, or RBAC, which assigns permissions based on a user's role within an organization. For example, a sales representative might have access to customer relationship management, CRM software, but not to financial systems.
So it's about making sure people can only access the information and tools they need to do their jobs. Makes sense. But with all these layers of security, doesn't that make things more complicated for users?
That's the challenge, right? We want to make things secure, but we also want to keep things user-friendly. No one wants to jump through a million hoops just to check their email.
Exactly. So how do we strike that balance between security and usability?
Well, that's where the evolution of IAM comes in. We're seeing a lot of exciting developments in areas like artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, which are helping to make IAM systems more intelligent and adaptable.
AI, that's a hot topic these days.
Yeah.
How is it being used in IAM?
In all sorts of ways. For example, AI can be used to analyze user behavior patterns and detect anomalies that might indicate a security threat. So if someone suddenly starts accessing files they've never accessed before, the system can flag that as suspicious and take action to prevent data breaches.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. It's like having a digital detective on the case.
It is. And it's not just about detecting threats. AI can also be used to personalize user experiences, making it easier for people to navigate complex systems and find the information they need.
So it's about making security smarter and more intuitive. That sounds promising. But with all this talk about advanced technology, are there any risks we need to be aware of?
That's a great question. As IAM systems become more sophisticated, it's important to think about the ethical implications. For example, how do we ensure that these systems are not biased against certain groups of people? And how do we protect user privacy while still maintaining a high level of security?
Those are important considerations. It seems like IMN is not just a technical issue, it's also a societal one.
It is, and as we become more reliant on digital technologies, the decisions we make about IMM will have a profound impact on our lives.
So for our listeners out there who are just starting to learn about IAM, what's the key takeaway?
I think the most important thing to understand is that IAM is not just about technology, it's about people. It's about building trust and ensuring that everyone can participate in the digital world safely and securely.
It's about finding that balance between protecting our data and enabling innovation and progress.
Exactly, and that's a conversation that we all need to be a part of.
Great points. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. Thanks for taking us on this deep dive into the world of IAM.
My pleasure.
And for our listeners, we hope this has given you a better understanding of this crucial topic. As we move further into the digital age, IAM is only going to become more important. So stay informed, stay curious, and most importantly, stay secure.
Well said. Until next time.
See you then.